This video is to share my story, my piece in our design thinking project, hearing from the experts. My task for this phase was to get information from experts. Thanks to YouTube, there's lots of resources available on video, so I started by creating a playlist. The videos I watched and listened to helped me to hear the viewpoints of teenagers talking about diversity, college professors, there was a young group of Muslim students being interviewed, and news outlets like CNN provided more information. Then with the information I gathered from those experts, I tried to identify some common themes, and I started grouping the information into categories. So these are the categories I came up with in no particular order. Category 1, diversity, is a key to understanding people. Interactions with diversity allow us to see different traditions and lifestyles, experience other ways of life, better appreciate all people, and gain multicultural awareness. Category number 2, recommended behaviors. Stop and think before speaking. Listen to different points of view. Give everyone a forum to speak. Accept diversity as a positive thing. Discover and break down barriers, and interact with all people in your community. Category number 3, benefits of diversity, which include seeing a little bit of everybody, coming together to form a community, coming together and working together, working with people of different backgrounds as a team, different points of view mixed together, learning from each other, empathy and understanding. Our own individual ideas make us stand out from the crowd and be unique, accessible, and inclusive school community. And when people are embraced, accepted, and invited. Category number 4, sexual orientation. Students talked about bullying as being a concern. The bullying affects their learning. They don't want to come to school. They don't pay attention. Students were worried about talking about instances of bullying or reporting bullying because of how other students would react. And they made note that technology makes it easier to harass. Here are some statistics. Out of 7,000 LGBT middle and high school students surveyed, 90% were bullied based on sexual orientation or gender identity. 66% of LGBT students surveyed felt unsafe at school. 86% of gay and lesbian teens in one study said they did not have one adult supporter they could identify in their school. They were uncomfortable with any kind of disclosure in the school environment. And the dropout rate for LGBTQ students is 3 times the national average. Category number 5, teaching strategies, or the impact on schools. Some teaching strategies were recommended, ideally to have this impact of diversity on schools. Suggestions were to teach respect, collaboration, tolerance, understanding, equity, awareness, to think outside the box, find different pathways to success, to consider cultures and language skills when developing learning objectives and activities, to build rapport with students, understand their lives, to build relevance into lessons and make them more meaningful, model respect and cross-cultural understanding, examine your own biases, and highlighted that the importance of training for school staff on LGBT issues. It was also noted that it's important for teachers to promote diversity and for students to learn about diversity so they can be accepting of all, and a multitude of cultures should be taught through books, movies, lessons, so children will be exposed to that. Category number 6, taking action. Be a friend to a person with special needs. Accept diversity as a positive thing. Step out of your comfort zone and make a difference. Treat everyone with kindness, compassion, friendship, love, patience, understanding, inspiration, acceptance. Create or join a gay-straight alliance as a place teens can be supportive of other teens and to provide a place where teens can talk to each other. Category number 7, religious diversity. I watched several videos of young Muslim students. They spoke about the general misunderstanding about Muslim background and practices, that people forget about the American part. The Muslims in the United States are usually American citizens. They also felt Muslims are judged for what they wear and bullied because people are not used to people who are different. These students wanted people to know that the Muslim philosophy is to seek knowledge from cradle to grave, and that Islam means peace. Category number 8, in the area of disabilities. A young child described disabilities as somebody can't do what somebody else can do. and the importance of wanting people to understand that people with disabilities are people too. And category 9, key ideas about inclusion. How building an inclusive school community requires people who care and are passionate about making a difference. It's important to understand and embrace diversity. Differences are valuable and need to be celebrated. Love has no labels, no disability, no gender, no race, no religion. The idea that our family is no less than any other family. And to ensure inclusion, all students need accessibility, making things available to everyone. Schools must create opportunities for everyone to participate fully. Looking at these categories, I then pulled out some unexpected learnings, or what I felt were big ideas. There's something different about each of us, and that makes us important. Kids are forming impressions about race at very young ages. Teaching diversity will enrich educational opportunities for all. Educators should celebrate diversity in every way possible. People assume what others and the media say is true. They don't take the time to understand. And explicit racism has diminished in the last 50 years, but there are still implicit forms of racism and prejudice. So if you're interested, the videos in my playlist are listed here, and I have a link to my YouTube playlist. If you have any questions, please ask. Thanks.